What's up, guys? I'm going to play some chess on chess.com and explain the thought process. Today is my birthday, so feel free to take a guess in the chat if you want. How old do you think I am? And maybe I will reveal it at the end. Before we get started, I have to update you guys on the brilliant moves for 2026. So we're up to 50, and I'm going to give you a chance to find those as usual. So in this position, I'm playing with black. I played rook d8, creating the battery here, going for, well, I can't do it now. It's defended well enough, but I'm setting that up. They played rook c1. If you would like to pause, what's the brilliant move for black? All right, if you had a chance to look at that, it's rook takes e3 check. So what are we doing? Well, the point is they have to take me back. The king cannot move. If you block with the queen, it's checkmate. And the reason that's good for us is because this is almost checkmate. The only move they have is to block with the queen, but now I can actually take the rook. And so we sacrifice the rook. We got 2 pawns and we get the rook back. And so that's why it's brilliant. You come out up a bunch of material, and I did go on to win this game. All right. So congratulations if you found that. Let's go look at the next one. All right, so this position, I am playing with black. I'll back up a couple moves. So I moved my king away from the check. They played bishop e3. I captured here. They captured back. And now I had a brilliant move. Black to play. What's the brilliant move? Hey, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Appreciate it. All right, if you had a chance to pause and think about that, so my rook is under attack. So normally you would move that. In this case, I didn't. Queen h7, that's why it's brilliant, because we are actually setting up a checkmate. So they take my rook, the game is over. So they did not do that, and I ended up losing this game. I think I blundered later. What did I do? Let me see. They played f3 to give their king a place to run to. I captured here. I checked. I went back. Yeah, I remember this game. I was having a hard time like figuring out what to do because I didn't see a clear path forward. And then I just totally blundered with e4 because... So the problem for me is after rook h1, normally I would want to just make this trade and be happy with the queen for 2 rooks. But in this case, the back rank is a problem for me and I have to end up losing the knight, and that's why it didn't work for me. So because of that, I was just losing after rook h1. So ended up losing that game, even though I did have the brilliant move earlier. Big L, hey, thanks a lot for the cake. Appreciate it. So yeah, should have won that game, but didn't happen. And then this one was a nice one. I actually had 2 brilliant moves in this game. So let me just back up a couple moves. So this is from the Ponziani. I mentioned it before. I've been working on a course. And so I was playing some of these lines and ended up getting this interesting position out of the opening where my opponent captures with the king, because if you take with the queen, you're going to lose your pawn on e4. So he wanted to keep his queen in the center to defend the pawn, so he takes with the king. And I'm like, well, I'm going to just try to open up this file as quickly as I can. He captures, I castle. Black plays a6, attacking my bishop. White to play, what's the brilliant move? If you had a chance to look at that, it has to do with the file, right? I just said we want to open up the file and attack the king. Bishop takes d3. Because if you take me, guess what? Nice little pin there wins the queen. The queen is defending, and that's not an option. So we just go back. And more importantly than just winning a pawn, it's that I'm opening this up to attack the king, right? Okay, so the game goes on. He plays bishop d6 to stop the pin. I went there anyway. b5. Queen comes over with check. He goes back. I put my bishop in the center. And now queen e5. What's the move? White to play. All right, if you had a chance to look at that. So this is a pretty interesting position. We do have the attack on the knight. The problem is he's also setting up something here, and I have to be a little careful. So if I go for this, He's now going to come in, and I have to calculate what's going to happen here. Now, Stockfish says it's fine. I can get away with that. But in the game, I was like, I don't really want to let this happen. So the move that I played, bishop f4. And it's brilliant because you can't take me because this is pinned. And now I can just take the queen for free. And if you take on e4, which is what my opponent did, hopefully you saw the follow-up, bishop g5 check unleashes an attack on the queen, and black actually has no way to save their queen. They played f6, I took the queen, I took this, and they resigned. So I could have also just taken it and allowed him to come down here, but this seemed like a safer option, and so that was a nice game with the 2 brilliant moves there. Okay. Let's go to the next one. So let's see what happened in this game. Okay, so I'm playing with white. Oh yeah, this was actually from a bullet game. As you can see, I have the open H file. My opponent is attacking me on the queen side, and he has his queen defending his king, which is kind of an interesting situation. So I played rook h6. I'm thinking about maybe sacrificing here, but I'm also thinking about the H file. a3. I brought the rook over, and now they captured here, opening up their rook. White to play. What did I play? What's up, Steven? Thank you. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, everybody else in the chat. Appreciate it. All right. If you had a chance to look at this. So I played queen h2. And the reason it's brilliant is because I'm leaving my knight totally undefended. But if they take that, there's an immediate checkmate, right? We just go down and we checkmate on h8. So that's why it's brilliant. My opponent played f5. Now, keep in mind, this is a bullet game, so I only had 19 seconds at this moment. They're trying to run with their king. So I went down. I pinned the queen. They captured the knight. I took queen h7, and then they're trying to defend. You want to pause. How do you finish off the game here? So there's actually multiple ways. I didn't do it in the fastest way possible. The fastest way would be rook check and then checkmate with the knight. For some reason, with 13 seconds, I didn't see that, but I did see that I could take with the knight first and then go here next. So it's basically the same thing, only this kind of gives them some chance to drag it out a little bit longer, but they didn't, and I ended up getting the checkmate. Okay, last one for you guys. So I am white. They go here. I capture. They capture. White to play. What's the move? All right, if you had a chance to look at that. So it's rook takes f6. And the point is we want to keep attacking the king before they have a chance to trade any pieces or consolidate. We are down a piece, right? So rook takes f6 opens up the king. Completely opens up the king if they recapture. And now I can come in with the queen. I can take here with check. They cannot run this way because this is just checkmate immediately. So they have to go back the other way. And then I think I repeated one time just as I was thinking. And then I just played rook f1. And it cuts off the escape square. So we're threatening to go here. Checkmate. And they can't really stop it. They tried to with bishop e8. But you guys see the problem with that move? That's correct. It blocks the rook from defending f8. And so now, instead of going here, we can go down here. Checkmate. So lots of checkmates in the position. And that's why the rook sacrifice was brilliant. Okay. What's up, Rob? How's it going, man? KDA, hey, good to see you guys. All right, so we are at 50 brilliant moves so far for the year. So off to a pretty good start. And let's see if we can get a few more playing some rapid games here today. All right, so let's, oh, wow, chess.com. They like changed some things. Interesting. They like changed the menu and everything. Okay. Let's go 10 minutes. Here we go. And we are off. Let's play e4. Okay, I will play a Ponziani if I get the chance. Because, okay, I've been working on this course. I've got a lot of lines floating around in my mind. So I'm ready to go. Let's go. Okay, they go with the most, I don't know if, yeah, I think it's the most common move. I'm not sure at this level, but it's very common. Especially at the lower levels, definitely the most common. So we play d4. There's one line in particular that if I get a chance to play it, I have to decide. It's kind of like top secret. So I'm not sure if I want to give it away. We'll see if they even give us a chance first. Then I'll decide. Okay, they take. We're going to push, attack the knight. Yeah. Should I? You know what? It's my birthday, so I'm gonna do it for you guys. I'm gonna show you some secret sauce. Okay, there's more like this in the course, which is coming very soon. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna reveal it to you guys. So don't tell anyone about this. Okay, top secret stuff here. Bishop c4. I used to play queen b3 until I learned about this line. They're gonna go back here. It's like the only move, and sacrifice the bishop. We get to attack their king. Knight to g5 check. You have to go to e8. You have to go to e8. If they go to g8, the game is over. And I do mean over, like checkmate over. So that's not an option. You guys see the checkmate if they go here? This is one of many traps in the Ponziani. Okay, one of many. TK, happy birthday. God bless. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Okay, so they noticed the checkmate and they avoided it, which is fine. We will just take back. And the nice thing about the sacrifice that I really like is the king is stuck in the center for the rest of the game. They cannot castle. And there's just going to be some moments. Oh, they fell for the other trap. Dude, guys, 2,300s are falling for this. The game is over. The game is over. Can you find it? Pause it. Pause the video. Find the checkmate. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is correct. This is a forced checkmate. This is a forced checkmate. Ponziani. See, it's going to give me a blunder for the bishop move, but it's so tricky. It's so tricky, as we can see. What a game. Yeah, we don't get any brilliance. So it's like, okay, Stockfish says -2, but that's if they're playing like every move perfectly. And in practice, I was looking at the database, like nobody plays it perfectly. So there you go. 11 move checkmate. You should get the Ponziani course when it comes out. Okay, let's go to the next game. That was fast. That was really fast. Yeah, Rob, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. So the other course I've been working on is the Scandinavian course. So I have 2 courses in the pipeline, actually. That's my birthday. I'm just giving away all the secrets today. Let's go. We'll play this one too. Okay, he plays d4. You guys have seen this before. We played this on stream a lot. So we'll just go with the typical stuff here. Let's go knight c6. Let's castle. Bishop e3. Okay. So a lot of times I like to play e5, but we have to watch out for c4. c4 is kind of the annoying move in these lines because it makes our queen leave, and then d5 makes our knight move, and we do have to be a little careful. So I think queen f5 a lot of times is a good square for the queen. We can also go to h5 if we're willing to sacrifice. e6 is okay, and then if c4 happens, we just slide over somewhere. Let's go e6. We'll just go e6. I'm expecting they're going to play c4. I would not be surprised if they play c4. You can also, yeah, you could do something more passive. First thing you want to check, make sure you can't win a pawn. It doesn't look like we can, but I am just verifying. Okay. Not quite. Still going to play c4. So I'm trying to kind of plan ahead after they play c4. Where do I want my pieces to be? I like to attack on the king side, so I'm going to look for ways to do this. Yeah, I mean, let's just play h6 for now, setting up g5. I think if they go here, I might just drop my queen back, play a little bit more passive. One of my sort of problems when I used to play the Scandinavian a lot is I would I'd be overly aggressive and sacrifice my bishop in situations where it wasn't the best. And so I'm going to try not to do that this game. Play a little bit more solid, not give up my bishop too easily. And I think it's a little bit better for black if we do that. So okay, so he goes here, and the queen f5 is not a bad square either. Queen d7 is okay too, I think. Let's see, f5, h3, we can trade and then just throw the pawns forward. Let's do that. Let's do this. It's going to get pretty wild, I think. But I like that. You always want to be considering moves like knight h4, but I don't think it's really great for them because we can always just take here. And if they take my queen, I'll take their queen. And yeah, we should be fine. Queen b3. Okay. So I'm thinking about bishop b4 just because I need to get my pieces out. And I would be able to trade this piece that's not doing anything for a knight that's kind of helping support white's position. So that seems like a smart decision. Let's see what happens if they try to push my knight away. I take, they take. That's a checkmate threat. We would have to take back. Bishop's sitting there. If they take this way, we take here. Probably okay for us. If they take this way, we take here and here, then the bishop's going to come in. That's pretty dangerous. So I have to be careful with this d5 move. So let's say I instead take and take. Yeah, we're fine. We have enough pieces defending. Actually, that shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Let's go bishop b4. I just had to make sure that this was not a problem, but I should have probably started with taking instead of calculating all that other stuff. But it's okay. Knight h4, I wonder if I could... I just always like sacking my queen for some reason, but probably... No, it's probably too ambitious. Probably just have to move my queen somewhere. Queen h5 or queen a5 usually are good squares, so if they attack me, I think I'll just move the queen here or here. But yeah, the bishop, I just felt like here is real passive. Here, it could get chased away easily. Maybe I should have still gone to d6, but here I'm like, okay, I can take a pieces on the back, trade it for this knight. I think that's maybe pretty smart. What's an ear? Hey, thanks a lot. You've been learning a lot. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, we're almost catching up on time. Let's see what the random chess player 12884 is going to do. Here's $1 for each brilliant move you've made so far this year. I won't be doing the same thing at the end of the year. Sorry. Thanks a lot, Connor. No worries. Appreciate you. Okay, so now we have an interesting decision. I always like to, just consider it because things change and sometimes it becomes better as the game goes on. If it takes. My plan would be to try to get my knight in and then get rid of this. That's going to be hard to do. He also has the bishop. I don't think now is the time to sack. Now going back, maybe this sacrifice looks better. But still, probably I should just take this. Probably I should just take this or take this. Let's think about this. If I take here, he takes me. I have to take back. No, then I lose a piece. We can't do that. So we probably need to trade, but then he gets to use the knight. I see what they're trying to do. That's actually pretty smart. Maybe it's smart. I don't know. I think it's pretty much what needs to happen, though. Takes. Yeah, let's just trade. They're going to take with the knight probably to not allow me to trade. And then I guess we can just go g5 and attack, unless I'm missing something. Interesting that they're taking a long time here. I would have thought that if you play h3, you already had your mind made up about which way you would recapture. So maybe they're confused. Huh. No, they do take with the knight. It just took a while. Interesting. Well, I think I can do this. Let me think. Because if we get the pawn to g4, we bust open the g file. That's very good for me. This is fine. We just move it. This is fine. We just take it. I think. Take. Yeah, that should be okay. Actually, I have to be careful. No, but the knight controls. Okay. I was going to say I have to be careful for this bishop thing, but the knight is sitting there, so we should be good. So g5 is what I want to play. g5 is definitely what I want to play. Take. They take. Oh, I could even take with the queen if I wanted to. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. We're going to play g4. And yeah, I don't really know what white is going to do. Bishop d3, I think I just move. Hey, welcome, level 1 member. And Kush, V01. Pretty good on time. Pretty good on time. Random chess player 12884. D5 is definitely the move that white wants to play, but I just have a lot of pieces there right now. So, and they could still do it as a sacrifice to open up the bishop and potentially open up this as well. And I think it would make sense. I wouldn't be surprised if they play D5. A3 seems like a logical thing. Just chase the bishop. I don't know what else they would play. Bishop D3. Okay. So Queen A5. Sack the queen. Sack the queen, jump in with the knight. No, we can't do that. Let's bring the queen over here. I was joking about that. All right. Queen A5. A3 we move back somewhere. Okay, let's see. Where do we go? Here or here? Was my queen getting trapped? Is my queen actually getting trapped? Are you kidding me right now? Wow. It looks like my queen's getting trapped. What is happening? What in the world is happening? If they go bishop first, then I can play queen b6 and I'm fine. But if they go c5, I'm actually not sure how I save my queen. That's amazing. Okay, hold on. c5, what do we do? Wow, what do we do? They're threatening bishop d2. I mean, I can try to attack, but it's going to be hard to attack if my queen gets captured. Guess we could still do it. Would have two pieces. c5. Because I can't go here, 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 here. I have nowhere else to move the queen to. I could, yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. Wow. Okay, let's go for the two pieces. I don't know what else to do. They're going to play bishop d2. They're going to play bishop d2, and I think I have to just take the two pieces. There's nothing else I see. That's pretty amazing, actually. Oh, wait, do we have... Do we have knight d4? Ooh, knight d4 might be a brilliant move. Because knight d4, if you take me, I take your bishop and my queen escapes. And if you take my queen, I take your queen and I get a fork. Actually, knight d4. Initially, I was thinking I was going to have to go for this line. But even that line actually... Oh no, my rook's not on g8. Yeah, it wouldn't actually be as good as I thought. I was going to say I could throw in the rook check, but no, there's no rook there. Yeah, but knight d4, right? Bishop d2, knight d4 maybe is the way. Let's go. I mean, I pretty much have to do it, or take two pieces for the queen. That's a nice move. That is a very nice move. Okay, so they take there, so we take here. Yeah, they do have like rook d1, but at least I didn't lose my queen, and I can actually maybe swing it over here and bring it back to the attack. So queen g5. Ah, the knight's going to be under attack too. Yep. Got to be a little careful though. This could get dangerous. They're definitely going to play rook d1. That's a no-brainer. Rook d1 is a no-brainer. Never mind. c6. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Oh, we gotta be very careful now. So I definitely want to play b6. There's a check. I move here. Super scary. There's also this move, queen. Let's see. Queen here and here and here is checkmate. So b6, queen b5. Like, for example, if I take, check, I move over. He takes, and I could run. I could run in that case. Actually could run. So b6 is not out of the question. What's the alternative? If I take, there's no way I'm surviving that. Or maybe there is, but that's scary. b6, queen b5 takes. Rook d1. Takes. Takes. Check. I run. I'm going to run. I'm going to be able to run, I think. Okay. Hopefully I'm not miscalculating something. I think they're going to go queen b5. Oh, now they go rook d1. Interesting. They're trying to somehow stop me from escaping. Okay, if I go here to try to generate my own attack, I think I'm too slow. They're just going to go like queen c4. Well, maybe I could sack this, actually. They also have the bishop check. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. Do I put the queen here to try to attack? Do I put the queen here to help defend my king? I feel like this is a critical moment. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just feeling like I'm going to get mated if I go here. I don't know. I don't see exactly how. I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling. What? What is happening right now? This guy is doing some amazing stuff. Okay, I guess I can't take it. Or I could take it, but do I want to take it? Maybe I want to take. I don't know if I want to take it, guys. It looks very scary to take it. We could play knight to d5. All right, fine. Let's take it. Then I can take here and maybe try to do something. Okay, what's happening now, guys? Yes. Yes. Ryan. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you. Woo. Okay, that was intense. That was intense. I got to check some of these moves. This guy probably had more brilliant moves than I did. Yep, there you go. I thought so. I thought so. Okay, what was going on? Let's see. So he plays a3. Yes, he plays c5, trying to trap my queen. g4. Stockfish says it's a little better to take. Still a knight takes d4. Okay, anyway. Wow, Stockfish says I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do this. And then take here. He moves. And play this position. Apparently, the king is, I guess, in a bit of danger, and my knight can jump around, and the rooks can cause some problems. And it's not as bad as if I go for this move, which apparently is just really bad for me. He should have played, this was the second move. He should have played bishop a6 and then c6. Oh my, and I have to play bishop b4 to survive. And don't take me, because if you take me, you lose. So you have to play now rook fd1. Then I sack here, you take the queen, I take with the bishop. Now I run, lose my rook, but the game goes on from this position. What a mess. What a complete mess. And then knight takes e6, yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Wow. And then we got a time scramble. I thought I was losing right here, actually. I thought I was in trouble. Oh, I could have played knight takes b4, and it's even better. The point is that there's a checkmate if you take my knight, right? But knight takes b4, I get a free pawn. I should have done that, yeah. Happy birthday. Thanks for all the great lessons. You've done so much for the young chess learners. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. No brilliant moves that game, but we did get a few points. All right, let's go. E4. Okay, C5. I've been playing the Smith-Morra gambit, but a lot of the... Yeah, this is the problem. A lot of these guys are not actually taking it. But this line has been kind of fun too, so no problem. No problem. They go there. I mean, I guess we just attack it. Actually, no. I'm going to play knight f3. I'm going to play knight f3. And I'm going to put my queen over here. I like these positions where I can put the queen on h4, because if they ever castle, it's like the perfect place to attack them. That's what I like about it. Do I have to worry about this move? Kind of an annoying move. Maybe. Maybe it's not such a big deal. Let's just go bishop g5. Let's just get these pieces out. Once we get a rook on d1, we'll be good. We'll be in good shape. Thanks, guys. I don't drink, but I'll take the super chats, and I'll buy myself something else. But thank you. All right. That's annoying. I did not think about that. It's very annoying. Maybe we... Oh, we can't do that. I wanted to sacrifice this somehow, but he's got that annoying bishop there. I hate to play b3. I hate to play it. Knight d2 takes rook d1, bishop c2. We can't do that. I absolutely hate to play this. Maybe I have to. I didn't see that. I feel like this is not going the way that it should have. I wonder what I did wrong. The line that I looked at is here. Most people play knight f6, and I'm able to throw in this annoying check, and I get a little bit better of a position. He kind of tricked me with knight c6. So I need to check after the game, like, what is Stockfish supposed to do? Because I don't know. I feel like somehow that this is very powerful, and now this is just, I'm just in trouble. I feel like I'm just in trouble. Now the good news is on knight e4, I do have bishop e3, and I guess I can survive. But rook d8 looks pretty good, even just castling. I just feel like I'm in not a great position. All right, e6, bishop's probably coming out. Not cool. Although that is defended, so at the moment that should be fine. Do I just go bishop e2 and try to Castle, get away from all this mess. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. If we castle, we're actually much safer. The king is much safer. I'd feel a lot better once that happens. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Let's bring the knight out. On h6, I don't think I can get away with sacking. The bishop is such a great defender. And he's at the knight and the bishop defending the kind of the typical checkmate spot. So even if I bring the knight in, I don't have anything happening right away. So I don't think now's the time to sacrifice this. Unless I'm happy with some sort of perpetual check, but I don't even think I could get that if he plays knight h7. So on here, we go back. Okay, he does that instead. Knight c4 maybe? Yeah, let's go knight c4, hit the queen. If it goes here, we've got bishop f4, hit it again. Okay, let's hit it again. He goes there. I feel like I need to get a rook here. So rook d1. There's this guy attacking my queen, so you got to be a little careful. No, not a problem. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's also annoying. So what do I do? What do I go here? But then knight h5 is annoying. My queen's in trouble. My queen's in trouble, and I don't know what to do about it, guys. How do I stop it? He's going to move his knight, and he's going to hit my queen, and I'm not going to have anything good to do. That's the problem. Queen is misplaced. Let's think. Let's think. So we can either move the queen, we can do something else, but what else can I do? There's nothing to attack. H5 doesn't do anything. Bishop g5, he's just going to play h6, and I'm going to have to sack it. Rook d1, I think, just in trouble after this, so I can't even move. Even if I save the queen, I'm still in trouble because of stuff like this. Maybe I have to sack. I mean, I don't see any other options here, guys. I literally don't see any other moves. This way I can try to get my queen out of there. But somehow it is badly misplaced. It is badly misplaced. And if I didn't stop this threat, he was going to have knight moves all over the place, which he's probably still going to do. Okay, at least this way maybe we can have long-term pressure on the king. I don't know. My position's not good. Yeah, that's the only problem that I've discovered with the Smith-Morra so far, is that not everybody accepts it. And then I'm like, I don't really feel that strongly about it. But I've also not been playing it that long, so I need to keep learning the lines. Maybe we'll find something. Okay. So let's see. He doesn't have that just yet. Maybe we get a rook here. He's going to just be able to trade stuff, though. I don't want him to trade. I don't know what to do. I don't know, guys. All right, let's do this. Let's attack the bishop. If he goes back, I'll try to play h4, h5. It's probably not a great plan, but it's a plan. Someone said it's better to have a bad plan than to have no plan at all. I don't remember who said that. I'm following their advice. I mean, we're not even really threatening to trap the bishop because he can always just go here because it's defended. If I had a rook on d1, oh, there's still e4. Yeah, so there's like no real threat except we get a pawn up here, which doesn't really do much for me, but at least I keep pieces on the board and I don't let him just trade everything, right? Like rook d1, he was just going to take, then he was going to go rook d8, he was going to take, he's just going to trade everything and go into like an endgame. And so that's what I really wanted to avoid. So here, bishop f8. I go back, he takes my pawn. Bishop f8, I sack. That's no good. Knight g5, bishop f8 again. Yeah, bishop f8's a killer. Bishop f8 is a killer. Well, queen can go to f4. I mean, do I just go crazy at this point? Knight g5. h5, I go back. Then I could play my knight forward. Wow, that's a wild idea. That's a very wild idea. It's actually kind of an interesting idea. G6, we take, he takes. Huh. It's either that or g4. I don't know which one. All right, let's do this one. Yeah, I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to pretend like I saw everything and just go for this. Yeah, that's the issue. He just goes back. But I'm going to bring my other knight around. See if we can't make some magic happen here on f6. Of course, he stops it. Man, I have nothing, huh? Takes, check, he just moves. Takes with the king. Okay, let's try to use the rooks. We have to use the rooks. Assuming I have time to use the rooks. Maybe here. This guy's playing so fast. Definitely will be sacking the knight to play king g2. Desperate times, desperate measures, my friends. Rook h1, bishop c4 actually does look dangerous for him. Okay, hold on. But if we go there, let's see. If we go check, he's going to run. I think we have to go here first. This actually looks dangerous for black, right? How do they stop this? Ah, rook e6. They have rook e6. That's the move that's going to save them, isn't it? That's too bad. That is too bad. They didn't have this move. I don't know what they would even play because this is pretty dangerous. They also have the queen there. You can't move the bishop away because the queen will come down. You can't block here. The knight's too far. Queen f5, I guess, is another option. But no, then I go sack and play rook h1. Bishop f5? What? What? So if they move the bishop, check, king goes here, we could take that and come down. They have to go bishop f6, I'm pretty sure. Check, king goes there, check, they take me. I don't think I have anything, unfortunately. F6 is going to save them, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even see that. I did not even see that one. Yeah, I did not see that, guys. I don't know. I gotta move. I think we're in trouble now. They just have too many pieces for my rook. So close. I feel like we almost had a chance here, but it's just not working. It's just not working. Wow, this guy with these moves. I want to get my queen over here. I don't know why. Gotta move. Gotta move. Check, I lose, yeah. Let's see if we had a chance. I don't think we did. I don't think we actually had a chance, yeah. So what is the deal against knight c6? Yeah, I am supposed to go bishop b5. And if they attack me, I am supposed to take it and then go queen a6. And if I decide to not do that, then I need to put the queen on c2. Yes. Because I just felt like that bishop f5 was such a strong move, right? That's why you need to keep the queen. You can't give up that diagonal so easily. Now it's better for me. I can go here. I can castle. Yeah, this is more normal. I don't have any weak. My queen is not misplaced, which is what ended up happening. But they played a very good game too. Let's see. Did they make any mistakes? That was not really a mistake. Did I have a chance here with this G file? No, they've defended perfectly, yeah. Waddy! Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, very strong player. Very strong player. All right, let's go next game. Okay. I'm feeling the E5 D5 pre-move gambit. There we go. Now we're cooking. Bring out the knight. We're gonna castle quickly as usual. Get the rook targeting the queen. Cause him some problems. Keep developing. He's gonna move his queen somewhere. I'm predicting queen a4, but we'll see. Yep. Let's defend the bishop. He attacks the bishop. Okay. Okay. Option 1, we go here. Option 2, we go here. Option 3, we go here to hit the queen. How important is it to hit the queen? I don't know. Let's do it. Let's do it. Amir, hey, thanks a lot. May your attacks be crushing and your checkmates unstoppable. I like that. I like that. Okay, so he does go back. So, ooh. Can we set up some shenanigans here? Hold on. I think maybe we can. I'm going to jump my knight in. And the reason I want to do that is because I really want to get this bishop back on this diagonal and keep harassing the queen. And I'm also thinking about, in some world, maybe I would sack here. Maybe not yet. Also, just this is a good plan, I think. Just plain and simple g5, g4, because they've created, this is called a hook, guys. When somebody castles and the pawn is pushed forward, that's called a hook. And it's very easy to bust open the G file if you push a pawn onto the hook because it's like a fork. Imagine if the pawn is back there and I push, they just move their knight. And I still have to figure out, okay, how do I open up the file? But with the hook there, you just go there, they move the knight, you take, bam. Then the rook comes in. So it's easier to attack in situations like that. So like if you're castled, generally you just leave those pawns. As soon as you push, it becomes easier for them to attack you. Right? So that's what we're going for. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Okay, so he wants to get rid of my knight. So we have f5 or bishop f5 as options. Which one? Which one? Maybe just f5. You just use the pawns is what I'm thinking. Still threatening g4. Still threatening g4. Be right back, guys. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you guys. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. 92. Okay, so he really wants to take this, huh? Really wants to take the knight. What if I just ignore it? So g4 takes, you take it, I take here. I'm really happy with that. You take it right away. I think I'm still happy with that. Alternatively, I take here and then try to push, but I don't think that's... No, let's just do this. Top priority in the position is opening up the G file. If we lose a pawn or two along the way, doesn't matter. We're not losing a piece because we're going to get a piece. So worst case, we lose a couple pawns. Again, I'm not losing a piece. It's just a pawn. And if he lets us take this, I mean, that's super dangerous. Well, okay. We're going to get to do this. So here we go. Notice this and this and this. Also notice this and this. Also notice this and this and this. And maybe this, or maybe this, or maybe this and this. Lots of things to notice in this position. Okay. I'm tempted to play here because that just seems like the right move. Knight c6, maybe, but then I'm also, the knight's kind of acting as a good defender on my king, so I kind of might want to just leave that. So I think I will just do this. And I'm leaving this one in the corner, which could be a mistake, but I'm envisioning pushing this guy, and I would like that to be there. Now, if it turns out that I don't have time to push this pawn, then yeah, maybe I would like this rook sitting here instead because it could do things like this. I could be wrong on that, but now that I'm saying that, I think maybe now's the time. Like, just push the pawn. Yeah, let's do it. Here we can take with the queen, not a big deal. White has a problem too with this bishop. Like, this bishop's really bad and it's blocking the rooks. The queen is kind of misplaced. All my pieces, meanwhile, are like working in perfect harmony here to attack the king, right? You guys can see that? Like, all my major pieces. Ooh. Okay, we don't want to trade queens. We do not want to trade queens, so I think I'm going to take the bishop now. Because now if you trade queens, you lost a piece. So you would have to take, and then I could go here. If I play this and allow a queen trade, yeah, that's not what we want. Now, you could make an argument that I could take and go here, but the knight moves, it's defended. I don't think that's the way. I think we do this. Yep, very good. So we don't give him the queen trade, at least not easily. The king now feels very safe, tucked over on the side. And we have a very powerful attack here. We've got the open file. We've got Harry. Harry ready to come down the board. We've got the bishop supporting. We've got the knight, which can jump in at any moment. And meanwhile, what are White's pieces doing, right? So this should definitely be winning for us. And we're 3-4, 3. Yes, we're down 2 pawns. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Catching up on time. It's going to be pretty tough for White to figure out what to do here in a second. So he's going to try to do this. Okay, I think we just push. And there is going to probably be a nice little sacrifice here on g3, I'm thinking. So h3, g3, some sort of maybe take with the bishop first kind of a deal. That's interesting. Uh, hmm. So how do we get rid of the queen? If I go here, does that even give me a threat? Takes... Not quite. I don't know why I didn't think about that. It's actually smart. And I can do this, but that's so slow. I don't think we can get away with this. Just looks crazy to me. Bishop there looks a little bit more reasonable. It's still somewhat crazy. Knight here takes. Bishop moves. And if we sack and the queen take, if we could pin it, that would be worth it. But if the king takes, we don't have anything. Ah, you know what? I have an idea. What if I just go with the simple battery here? Then you have knight h4. Knight h4, but I don't know. Then maybe you get pinned or something. Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's go here. Because you can't play g3, we take it. I'll be happy to sack my rook, 2 rooks for the queen and the pawn to open up the king. I think that we might have a checkmate. So yeah, let's go with the battery. And knight h4 looks like we have a pin. Oh, there's knight f5. We have to be careful. Do have to be a little careful. No, but I take. I win a piece. Okay, it's good. It's good. Knight to d4. So I just take it and then double up? What's he going to play? He can't play there. We're going to take that. Yeah. I think this is the way. It does let the bishop out, but it doesn't have anywhere to go right now, right? It doesn't have any good options. Here, it seems really bad. So we're just going to take this. Then we're going to try to find the checkmate, which definitely should be there. With the pawn, the queen, and the bishop, I just have to believe there's a checkmate. Have to believe it. Let's see. Are they going to stop this? I don't see a good way, honestly. Oh, you know what? I got another idea too, guys. I just got another idea. I don't even have to sack. I could just attack it again. I could make a triple battery. Okay, so if I do that, they're going to go rook g1. Okay, sure. So maybe I do need to sack now. So takes. And then we look for the checkmate, right? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so check. They go here. Or I need the queen to be on the light squares. That's what I need. So let's just do that. Put it on the light squares. Now we have this. Yeah, this is the immediate threat, actually. That's forced checkmate. They go here. So they stopped that. let's go in. So they have to run. So check doesn't help me. I should probably do this. So now we're threatening to win the rook, also threatening checkmate. So you guys see that we have 2 threats. I don't think they could stop both. Well, maybe bishop e3. Oh. Did not see bishop e3. Okay, so but I have queen f3. Hold on. I have queen f3. Traps hits the rook. We're going to go h2, h1. We just have to don't get back rank checkmate. We have bishop f8. Yeah, it's going to be queen f3. Okay, I think we're winning. Yeah, so bishop e3. Let's go queen f3. They're going to go rook g1. And I have options. I can either go here to stop the back rank, but I don't think I need to. I think I just push. And this is good enough. Now they could sack. I take, and then they could go king g2. Actually, that would be annoying. That would actually be annoying. I will play b6. Because I don't want to have to play a... Oh, okay. Okay. They didn't see any way around it. They just decided to go for this line, which should be a win. Now, it's going to be a little tricky. It should definitely still be a win for us. Just trying to invade in as many ways that we can. Yeah, now I can come here. This should definitely be checkmate, right? We have 2 checkmates. Can also just go here. Does it matter? It's not stalemate. He can't defend. This is probably the best. We're just going to take it and mate. All right. Whew. It's a little bit tricky, but not too bad at the end. Let's see. How did we do? Yeah, okay. Yep, Stockfish liked this move, and it liked g5. It liked f5. It liked g4. It would have traded first and then taken. Okay. And then played knight e5. Not exactly sure what it wanted. Oh, it wanted to do some crazy sack like this. Wow, that's what it wanted. That's what Stockfish wanted. Okay. But still, this is still pretty good for me. Yeah, it would have used this rook. And this one would have been more useful here, I guess. Okay. So sometimes it's not always easy to tell, but... And then at the end, let's see. Yeah, this was the best. This was okay. The best was actually queen e2. And then you can go here. And then h3. Why? Oh, because you have this one. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go to the next game. I think we analyzed that enough. All right, here we go. 24-57. Karpov. We're playing against Karpov. Let's go. Karpov plays the French. Why? Why does Karpov play the French? Okay, but Karpov doesn't know the refutation to this, so this should be good for us, right? This should be good for us. Okay, if I take the free pawn and this trade happens, am I happy? No, I'd rather a different type of position. Let's just play like knight c3. Let him take me. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Which way? Let's do with the knight. Okay, so this is not a problem. We could play bishop there, but I don't think we need to. Let me just go bishop d3. We'll just set a little trap. We'll just set a little trap here for him. They're not going to fall for it, but I said it anyway. Okay. Let me castle. Oh, I can't castle now. Sneaky, sneaky. All right, now we'll take it. Now we'll castle. Okay. This is kind of like the position I like to play. If bishop e7 happens, I'll be pretty happy. Bishop e7 and castles. I'm going to like bring the queen over, try to checkmate. Let's see if they're going to let us do that. Queen e1, rook d1. No, going with this. Wants to play bishop c5. Maybe. Maybe. Let's get away from that pin so we would have the option of keeping the bishops on the board. I'm going to try not to fall too far behind, but also obviously still make good moves. Bishop b7, okay. Are they going to castle that way? Looks like they're trying to, right? Looks like they're trying to. Knight e4 would sort of stop it in a weird way if my bishop lands here. Okay, let's do that. Because you can't castle through check, right? Also, I'm threatening to just take here, potentially, or maybe even the brilliant sack would be good. So they kind of have to deal with that somehow. I guess they could castle and sack a pawn here. They don't. They don't do it. Queen e5. f5. f5. Dude. Why does that move look so bad? Why does it look so bad? Queen f3. If you take me check here, we must be winning, right? Check here, check here. Yeah, that's a win. So you can't take my bishop. So I could play queen f3. Let's do it. Maybe a brilliant move. There's a chance. This loses. So I'm threatening this. Pretty annoying. I might be threatening. No, not just yet. I need like one more piece. Queen a4. Okay, did not see that, but now maybe I can sack this. Hold on, hold on. Of course, we could go back if we need to. But I like this idea. You can't castle. I'm threatening to go here and win the game. You could play, let's just say, queen c4, but then rook e1. If you try to block bishop g5, I'm doing it. I've seen enough. I have seen enough, my friends. I mean, look at his king. Like, there's no way. There's no way this is not good for me. He's not going to take it? What's he going to play then? What's he going to play? No, I mean, even if you don't take it, you're in trouble, right? I think you're just in trouble. Maybe he's going to try to castle and run and hide. Takes here. You could play an endgame. I could play an end. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. I could play an endgame up a pawn. Or I can somehow stop his king from going there. Not easily, because if I play bishop f4, then he actually can take it. Let's see, rook d1. But you just move your bishop, right? He's going to just move his bishop. All right, let's think about this, guys. Rook d1. Let's say he takes me. I think we just take back. We can also just develop the bishop. Okay, maybe I just have to play. Maybe I just have to play the endgame up a pawn. I don't want to waste all my time, but I can force the trade right here. Should be a good endgame for me. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's be careful. Okay. Maybe I don't want to trade that. Maybe bishop g5. Because if I trade it, then his rook gets really active. The rook gets to the 7th. We don't want to let the rook get to the second rank. Okay, we're not letting the rook get there. This looks like a good square for my bishop, maybe. Yeah, he thought the same thing. Do I have a trap? Maybe I don't even need a trap. Maybe I just go attack. Let's go. Can't take it because I have rook b1. So if I go here, he takes me, I take him, then he does get the rook on the 7th. There's got to be a way to stop that, though. There's got to be a way to stop that. What is it? What is it, guys? Maybe we go here. We take with the bishop to gain a tempo. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is how we do it. And then bishop f4. Rook f8, bishop f4. Even here, bishop f4. If he takes me, I take with check and I win. If he takes me, oh no, then he has a back rank. That's sneaky. This guy is super tricky. This guy is super tricky. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that. Do I have to play c3? Okay, play c3. Can't do that. Here? Okay. I really need to get my king out of the corner so it's not a back rank mate. That's a problem I need to fix. Let's go with g4. Now it's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How did I let this happen? Very serious right now, guys. He's gonna get this. I can't let that happen. Why didn't I just play g3? Why did I play g4? Man. Now I'm fighting for a draw. Now I'm fighting. I can't believe I did that. Cannot believe that I did this. Man. I mean, we're not lost yet, but it's very unlikely that I'm going to be able to hold on to this position now. Very unlikely. Also, with the time situation, we have to get these pawns somehow, I think. It's the only way I can see. I get these pawns and like push something. Like I want to run with my king and go here, basically. And maybe we can make some kind of a fortress here. I need more time. I need more time. Man, this is so interesting. If I actually had time to think about something. Yeah, he's just gonna flag me. Man. Ah, so annoying. I'm sure we had it. I'm sure we had it earlier. I just blew it. Yeah, brilliant move. I was way ahead. I was way ahead. Yes, bishop f5. Yep, f5. I knew it was a bad move. Chris actually says bishop g5 is the best way, but then he just totally blunders with queen a4. That was my mistake. I needed to keep the queens. Attack his rook. Trap his rook. That's it. I don't know why I was like afraid and traded queens. Such a bad decision. And then at the end, this is a draw, but I don't think it's like easy. I don't actually know the technique off the top of my head. Stockfish says, yeah, it is a draw. But I have to be, there's lots of like, I could mess it up in a lot of different ways, especially with no time on the clock. But it's pretty frustrating. Man. We were crushing that guy though. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. I have this ability and then I just throw it. I don't know. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. I haven't played this one in a while. The bishop b4. I like this line. Yeah, so there's a super simple strategy. You can just trade that bishop off and then you can like put all your pawns on dark squares. And this bishop doesn't have anything to do. See what I mean? Like, the bishop just doesn't have a lot of options. They're going to push. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I could go, let's see. Here? This is one of those situations where trading off the bishop for the knight actually might make sense because it's going to be a locked up position for the most part. And the knights are actually very good at jumping around. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think I will go here and plan on sneaking over here with a fork. Okay, that's probably a pretty good move, actually. Because he's trying to open up the position, which is kind of smart. So I want to try to stop that from happening. But I think the best way is to take here. Yeah, and now maybe we can do this. Or rook d8, just get the file. So I like the queen on a6, though. I think the queen is good on a6. He's got to save the bishop. Okay. So knight a5, we just jump around. If I push... Oh, you know what? I could push. Yeah, I could push. Although bishop e2. No, I can't push. Bishop e2 is a problem. Okay. Really didn't want to let him take here, though. Well, let's attack the queen first. Queen c4. Is this going to work for me? Let's see. Queen c4. Yeah, queen c4. Let's do it. Oh, rook b4. Wait a second. What is going on here, guys? Let's do it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, thought that. I think I'm gonna take this one, but I could also take this one. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take this one instead. I'm gonna take this way now. Open up my rook. Ooh, I didn't see that actually. I actually didn't see that. But I think it's okay because I have queen e6. Wow, that was wild. Okay. Somehow, I think we won a pawn. I'm going to guess that there were some missed opportunities along the way there for both of us, probably. But anyway, here we go. Up a pawn, 2 against 1. Capablanca style. Let's go. He brings the bishop back. He wants to do something like this or play f4. Okay, fine. Or he's stopping me from going there. That's what he's doing. Okay. Here, queen has to defend the bishop to b3, but then I take it. You take. Let's do it. Wait, is that the best? Here? Actually could go here. Then the queen takes, I take, you take, I take. We get rid of the bishop pair. We're on the offensive. Let's do that instead. Usually, if you have like 2 knights against 2 bishops, or even a knight and a bishop against 2 bishops, it's usually a good idea to trade one of the bishops, because then you can work around the other one easier, right? Because it can only cover half the board. So you can put all your pieces on dark squares and like, what's the bishop going to do, right? That's kind of what I'm going for here. Okay, so he defends that. I think I want to take control of this file. So now I have both of the open files. Now where do I want my knight? Where do I want my knight? I have an idea. I think I'm going to go b5, make the bishop leave, and then put the knight here. Or maybe here. Okay, I'll trade that. Let's see. Here or here? Well, let's go here for now. Make sure you can't push without this happening. Very good. And now I can bring my king. Actually, Yeah, let's bring the king. I will have a decision. Yeah, he does go for it. I have a decision now. Do I want to take that or do I want to just push by? If we take, he takes. Is that a winning endgame? Probably, but is it easier to do it that way or to push by here? I think it's easier to do it this way. I mean, I think the other way was probably a win too, but this just looks more dangerous to me. So I'm going to go with this option. Because this is reminding me of some Capablanca games, right? From our series. That's what I'm thinking here. So if we push, he wants to go behind. We push again. And if he attacks me, I go here and get a queen. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Very common at the end of the game where you might have to sacrifice a piece at some critical moment and just let your pawn win you the game, right? Okay, but I'm just going to go here and here, right? Oh, he wants to go bishop d3. Ah. But I have this one. I have this move. Okay. Yeah, see here, I can actually go back. I can actually go back to defend my pawn, and he can't take me because I got a queen. And if you take this way, I take and then get a queen. Let's bring my king. Okay, does that change anything about the position? Not really. We're going to get a second pawn here. Yeah, or win the piece, either way. I think I'll do both. Get the pawn and then get the queen. Ooh, do I have a nice move? Let's see here. King here. Check. No, I guess I have to just take it. It might be a brilliant move, though. You think it's a brilliant move, guys? I don't know if it actually accomplishes anything is the thing. All right, I'll just get the queen. All right, I'm going to just do this. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to block this with my knight. And I'm going to push this pawn and get a queen. This guy's playing a bullet game, I think. I don't think they thought this whole game. Okay. Where's the checkmate? There it is. Okay. Ooh, we got a brilliant. All right. I don't know which one it was. It was... Oh, knight c4. Okay. That's 52. So why was it brilliant? Let's see. Actually, I could have done it right here. You know, I thought about this. And I think I thought that they were going to take my rook. Oh, I take their rook. And I'm hitting the queen. And when the queen moves, then I go back to c4 and I win the bishop. Wow. I think when I calculated, I was like, takes. But then they're like, they're going to sack their queen. And I'm losing. Did not think about knight takes b2. That's a good one. Wow. Okay. But then we get the brilliant knight c4 later. I guess it's brilliant because it's like a free piece, but they can't actually take it because this. They have to take this way, and then we get the bishop, and yeah. Okay. Nice. And then at the end... Yeah, so I could have taken, but this is not an easy win. You could see the eval bar saying like, yeah, it's like a small advantage for you, but you're going to have a tough time winning this, right? If you're going to be able to win it at all. It's kind of what I was feeling. And so keeping the pawn on just causes a lot more problems. Like rook endings are just really drawish, right? So keeping the pawn on, using the knight, which could jump around very nicely. The bishop's pretty bad. So yeah, that was a critical decision because I was close to taking it. Honestly, I was. So I'm glad that I made the choice to not do that. And then, yeah, then once you have two pawns, it's pretty straightforward. You just push them and they can't really stop them. Okay, rook d1 was the best move. Okay, I should have gone there. Because they can't take me or I get the queen. That would have been another brilliant move. Man, I missed an opportunity. I just thought it was better to do it here. But no, yeah, it was better to push them this way. Ah, and then go back to c1. And you actually block off the bishop. They don't even get to sacrifice for your queen. That was the idea. Okay, I missed a brilliant right there. I'm sure I did. Okay, guys. Let's see. Let's do one last game. I think we have time for one more game for this birthday stream. Okay. Chess vacuum. Oh, it's a coach? 2470 coach. Okay. Do they know the reputation? Do they know the reputation? Do they know the reputation? Nope, they don't know it. Yes. We're in business. We're in business. Look, that's interesting. That's a tricky move. Because if I take, they have a check, and they're going to win my piece back. All right. I see what you're doing there. I think I just play knight f3. And now they have to go back. And we can probably just take the pawn. We could take, we could leave it, develop, castle. I have a lot of options here. I think they're going to go knight f6. Can we take down the chess.com coach with the wild gambit against the French defense? Oh, they do take there. Interesting. So I have the option to give them this annoying pawn, but then I get to castle quickly. Uh-huh. I mean, pretty tempting, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty tempting. Let's do it. Because we have 3 pieces out. I'm like, there must be a way to take advantage of it. And then when I castle too, I'm gonna have the rook and 3 pieces against this? I mean, I understand this is an annoying pawn, but it's not that annoying, is it? I've got to believe this is good for me. Question is, can we figure out why? Can we figure out why? 95 looks pretty good. Hitting this guy. 95 if you try to run, knight b5. Castle. I mean, I've got all kinds of threats. I could even castle this way and hit it. Yeah, this is quite dangerous, I think, for black. I am actually thinking this is what we do. Michael, hey man, thank you. Complete rookie to 1200 over the last year. Way to go, man. Very good. Very good. Okay, guys. Is this a moment for a brilliant move? Or am I crazy? First of all, we could castle. They're just going to move, though. I'm hoping that's a brilliant move. Because if they take it, okay, they have tripled pawns. And I'm getting a rook. And I'm pretty sure that knight after I castle is going to escape. So I'm... okay, yeah, so they don't even take it. So now I can actually put my bishop here, which is a much better spot for the bishop than on d3. Whoa. What is happening with this king? No, I guess we can't sack the knight, can we? You know I want to. You guys know I want to. Probably should keep it alive. Probably should keep the knight alive. But maybe I will get rid of this annoying pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll be down 1 pawn. But I think we have really good compensation. I guess they can play bishop c5. No, they go for that. All right, so they're going to let me take it. Okay. Do I give up this bishop or let him come in? I'll let him come in, I think. Very interesting position we have because, unfortunately, because the queens have been traded, it's not that easy to attack their king, right? It's not that easy. Yeah, it feels like maybe I did something wrong. I don't know what. I don't feel like I have much of an advantage anymore, if anything. The king is actually a good piece now, supporting all this stuff. Huh. Maybe it was a mistake to trade the queens? No, I can't believe that that was the mistake. Maybe I should have castled here or something else. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we got to watch out for this. So maybe I castle. Yeah. Bishops against knights, huh? And I'm down a pawn. Small lead in development, but that's about it. Well, let's see what we can do. F4, we have a nice outpost for the knight. I assume they're going to push, but then D5, so maybe not. They could play G5 to stop that. You could still go here and sink a knight in there. They want to use their bishop. I would like to be able to meet that with this, but then there's also this move, right? All right, I'm going to go... I think I should bring the rook over. I think I should bring the rook over. This just feels like where it should be. This is actually very interesting because there's some opportunities for the knights, potentially. Knights are very good if they have outposts, right? Like a square where they can be supported by a pawn and just kind of sit there. If I can plant the knight on e5, we might have some nice ideas. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would like to do. 95. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? If I go here, if I take with the rook, that's a problem. If I take with the king, there's other rook is coming. Not ideal. We can't go there. It's hard to come up with a move here, guys. I really don't know what to do in this position. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to try to be aggressive here with the knight. Not sure if this is right. If they take check, I go here. They take me. Do I have something with rook d7, king f6? Takes. No. If I go for this square, they might just end up trapping my knight. That's my concern. I also go here, but it's the point. I want to sacrifice it or something. Again, it might get trapped. I don't know. I'm trying to go here. I don't know. I'm feeling not so confident about the position anymore. Check. I can move. They take this. I need something to play. Oh, they went here? For some reason. Hmm. They're, oh, they are going to take me. Okay, I did not expect them to take that. Interesting. Now what do I do? I feel like I have to get a pass pawn to at least have some chance in this game, so I'm going to try to do that. He's going to be able to win this. Yep. He's going to have 3 pawns. Like, this is over. Man. Maybe Harry can deliver some miracle here. We get behind and get the pawn going. Yeah, that was a good move, actually, I think. Because he's got rook f5 if I ever try to stop this pawn. Actually, does he? Takes. I have the king, though. Hold on. I have the king, and then I can do this. Ooh. This is actually very tricky. Because if I get a pass pawn here while his king is stuck here, we actually could win. But he's going to have to stop the pawn. But that allows me to take this one, or maybe take both of these. So what do I do here? Gauge 5, I guess. Oh. Wait, how did this happen? I just lost. I just lost the game. Ugh, he's just going to push. No, he didn't push. Guess that's also good enough. Man, what just happened? What did I do wrong? I must have messed that up, right? We got to analyze that. Yeah, I had a draw. I did have a draw. They had a brilliant move with c5, sacking the knight. Okay, fine. Apparently this is just losing for me. It's just a losing line. I have to take the pawn back. Okay, good to know for next time. But even still, I felt like we did a good job trying to get tricky. Yeah, they messed up around here. Somehow they messed up. So did I. Stockfish wants me to bring the king over now to get a little closer. So what's the wait, what's the move against this? I'm sorry. Stockfish wants me to let him get a queen. And then go rook f8 check and get my own queen and fork these. Wow. Wow. You're hands down the best chess YouTuber. Wishing you all the best. God continue to bless you and your family. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Thank you, Drake Jr. Appreciate that. God bless you too. So that's interesting. Let him get a queen. Okay, I wasn't thinking about that. But then they messed up. And now I have a draw. I needed to go h7 here. So of course, if they take, I get a queen. But if they go here, now I can go get the pawn because their rook cannot leave. They have to do this. So what did I do? I'm just trying to figure out how I messed this up. I went check. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, if they go here, I will push. And then they have to go stop it. But I failed to realize they could push first. And because their king is in position to stop my pawn, now I can never do this because the rook stops that, the king stops this, and my pawn's not far enough. It's fascinating how that works. It is very fascinating. Because in this position, right, I needed to push the pawn and bring my rook back. So in my mind, I was thinking, well, I'll just, bring the rook back and then push the pawn. But no, it doesn't work that way. Once I throw in that check, now I have to go back to g8. And then it's a draw if we do this. That one hurts. All right, guys. We're still above 2,400. We got some brilliant moves. It was a good day. It was a good stream. Hope you guys learned something. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Go eat some cake. Thanks, Harry. Thanks, Rob. Thank you guys for being here. Plans today, Rob? No. Do we have snow? Like all over the roads by our house. So we're pretty much just hanging out at home. We were gonna do something, but weather kind of put everything on pause. So we're just chilling, which I like. I like just hanging out at home. So that's fine with me. Thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody. I'll see you next time. Like I said, that Ponziani course is coming soon, which you got a sneak preview of it earlier. If you haven't seen that game, you should check it out. But lots of really cool lines in there. I think you guys are going to like that one. So cool. All right, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for all the I said I was going to say I'm 38. I think some people already knew that. So, but if you didn't, 38. Feels weird to say that. Getting close to 40. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, guys. Take it easy.